We're back. Time for some offside-onside here on the set of The Gloves Are Off. This is a topic that both of you can weigh in on. It's a very straight up, one-line topic for offside-onside this week. Do players need to earn the right to be flashy? When is too much too much? When have you earned it? And we've obviously got the Koscheck stuff we can talk about. We've got Linus Omark's shootout goal we can weigh in on this one. Deshaun Jackson from the Eagles' touchdown celebration. So do players, athletes, need to earn the right to be flashy? Let's let our guest weigh in.
I'll let you take this one away first.
You know what? In the old days, in my days, he'd be labeled next game and he'd probably be taken out.
Who would be labeled? You're talking about Omar?
Any one player, like the player, that, like he'd be like, okay, you're an arrogant little piece of.
Yeah.
We're going to make you pay for that next game. And they still do to this day, but do they have the right? You know what? In today's society, I would never have said this 5 years ago. In today's world, however they can sell themselves, Ty Domi probably was the biggest advocate of selling himself this way, and he put his name on the map, and now people will watch him. And do I agree with it? No. Do I can see why he did it? Yes. And it's a tough call, but I would say yeah, they do. They don't have to earn it.
They don't have to earn it?
They have to earn it with their teammates, but not anybody else.
You think a guy like Koscheck, he didn't really, I mean, all his talking kind of paid off though.
Yeah, he brought people out and people wanted to see
And
it
how much
happen.
did he get paid?
Oh, a lot, exactly. And you know, that's what he said. They said he's smarter like that. He's purposely doing this to hype it up, and that's what he did.
Oh, he played a villain.
He was a villain.
You think about it, there's very few people that can mouth off like that. The greatest one I think that was the legitimate guy was Muhammad Ali. He could talk the talk and he could walk the walk, and he did it. He psyched people out. Yeah. But he sold it, that hype we talk about.
But then here's my question. When is too much too much? Because you see a guy like Deshaun Jackson from the Eagles. He did the whole fadeaway into the end zone in the Sunday night game. When is too much too much? Are you taking away from the game? Are you taking away from the passion? Are you being insulting?
I think the players in the locker room, from my perspective, will take care of that in the hockey world. But take a look at it. Remember Brad Richards? Was it Richards from Philadelphia Flyers that talked about Mike Richards.
Yeah.
From about
PK.
PK.
Him and PK got into it.
And they got into it in that. What a dumb comment from a veteran. Because as a player walking into the game, he is trying to make it and stay in the National Hockey League with the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
I was there, lucky enough to be there. I did what it took to stay there. Bad comment on his part. But the question, you know, the players in the locker room, trust me, the vets in Edmonton, they may have had something. Don't ever do that again.
Really?
But they liked it. But don't do it again.
Well, see, that's a hard thing, too, because where do you draw the line? You're getting bums in seats, right? Which is kind of the point.
Yeah.
So if you're that young gun and you have a chance to make a name for yourself, if you're an up-and-comer, you're going to take the gamble, right?
It's a coin toss, right?
Yeah.
Do you make your teammates and your local competitor, or the people you compete against happy, or do you make the crowd happy?
Well, he put a bullseye on his back, though, so you better live up to it. But, you know, with him, you know what? He did what he had to do. And, like, I think I'm agreeing with you here. Do you not have to go out and sell yourself as quickly as possible, because your career in the National Hockey League can be 5 to 6 years or more, depending on how good you are and how you keep yourself in shape and out of injuries. But he did what he had to do. So if it works out for him, great. If he gets arrogant, cocky, out of control, I'm sure those guys in that locker room will make sure he gets humbled.
Everyone's talking about him now, right?
Yeah.
So he's accomplished what he needed to get accomplished.
But the fighter, Koscheck, you know, I thought about that. He didn't back himself.
No, but did you hear him at the end of the fight, though? Because Koscheck did sort of attempt, my word, I'm going to say attempt, to sort of swallow some of his words.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, hats off to you, Montreal, and what a great fight, and maybe next time I can put on a better show.
He's smart.
Yeah, sing sorry.
He's selling his second fight there.
Yeah.
He's saying, you know what, I wasn't prepared really this time. I thought I was bigger than that, but you know, I'm going to learn from this mistake. We'll see you again, kind of thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, he didn't live up to his word at all there that night.
And the NFL guy, okay, I might have the wrong guy, but who was the quarterback who did the whole thing with his first time?
Vic did a slam dunk Sunday night. Did you see that one?
But, man.
He pulled out the slam dunk. He, you know, threw the ball over the goalpost and did his little thing. But like a guy like Deshaun Jackson, the kicker to me about Deshaun Jackson is there was a game against Dallas where he had a touchdown called back because he threw the ball behind him after. I don't know if you remember seeing that or not. But my problem is the Cowboys did call this guy out after. They said, you know what, it was disrespectful in their locker room. They said, you know what, we didn't like it. But my whole thing is maybe you have to do it, but I think it's a fine line. Bottom line is for me, it's a fine line.
Celebrating in
Fine
an
line.
end zone is, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's comical. I don't know why people get so upset about it. It's an individual type thing he's doing. Is it disrespectful? I don't think. You're in the end zone. You're happy. You scored a touchdown. Now going to the middle of the field like T.O., my favorite, Terrell
Slam
Owens,
down.
like he needs to be beat.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I would have a mass,
Needs to be beat.
just maul on top of him, sucker punching him.
Mark
doing
Beausoleil will come hand you a smackdown.
I mean, we're there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, bang, you're done. I mean, I'd do it.
But
All
yeah,
right.
I like their 10 seconds of glory in the touchdown.
Yeah.
I
It's
think,
fun.
Entertaining.
All right.
Except when I
well,
see the quarterback going like this.
doing
with
the
his head.
Dougie. I'm telling you, Dougie is taking the world by storm.
What a
Okay.
loser move.
We have to wrap up this segment of Offside Onside, but stay tuned because we're going to talk some strategy about the Bobcats coming up next.